Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video with your boy on the Xanaman channel. Now, today, man, I just want to go in to some of the little seizure types I've been having, but I'm gonna give y'all a quick story of what just occurred last night on July 10th. July 10th was full of little headaches, little brief headaches here and there. I still got one right now. But it's full of brief little headaches, but not the ordinary really. I was up there watching TV, and so I just left it. I just left the TV because I was on the phone with some people, and while I head back in the room, I'm just chatting with them on the phone. And next thing you know, man, I just dropped the phone on the bed, and started having a seizure. And these, I told you, I'm explaining the different types I have, but this kind I was having the partial seizure because my left arm was shaking while I was laying in bed, and I kept making that noise. They was getting word and all that, so they heard everything. They seen everything, really. So I had at least 5, 6 partial seizures in the room last night here. Told me to get up. I go out because I'm about to really go look at TV and tell my grandpa what happened. On the process of getting out that room over there. Process of getting out the room I'm in right now, but out the room, like out the door. I opened up the door. I kind of knew I was gonna fall, but then because my legs was just a little off. So I get out. Process of getting out, man. I just end up falling. Boom! Phone fall out my hand. Everything fall out my hand. I'm down there shaking. I don't even know what was going on, really. I know I was shaking. I don't know if it was the full-on generalized seizure. I don't know if it was the focal seizure. The focal seizure is just one side shaking. The generalized seizure is just the whole body shaking. And when you have generalized seizures, you lose awareness and whatnot. So man, I can't even count how many I had last night. It was so many, man. To the point they was back to back too. They was back to back. Each one of them last 20 to 30 seconds. Back to back, at least for 15 minutes until the ambulance got there. So when the ambulance came and got me, man, I'm still stiff, but I'm talking. I'm like, yeah. And then I was heading outside so they could put me on that stretcher thing. And they said, try not to look at the flashing lights on the ambulance. That's good. Okay. They get me in there. They get me in. They get all my vitals. They get information. I tell them the symptoms I'm having, the headaches, the ringing in the ears here and there after one though, and then just to get stiff for no reason, and dizziness, and the deja vu feelings, and Yeah, I was just telling all about that. The flashing lights too, they knew about the flashing lights. And so, man, we just take a ride onto the ambulance. I had 2 more in the ambulance. And they get me on the TMH, the Memorial Hospital down here. I go in there, remind you, this is my 4th ride in the ambulance and my 4th time going to the hospital. But okay, man, I'm used to it right now. And so we go in there. Now I at least had when I got out the ambulance, I had another tonic-clonic seizure, but I just didn't know. They was asking me questions and they say, yeah, he's in the post-ictal phase. If you don't know what the post-ictal phase is, I'm explaining that to you. But I'm in the post-ictal phase. Post-ictal phase is when your brain is trying to recover. You can be confused or be aggressive, or you can be non-verbal, non-understanding, not know what's going, stuff like that. So yeah, man, and then they get me into the hospital. I have about like, I don't know, 3 more in there, I think. And then while they was trying to find a room, the very last one I had was real bad. Both arms along with legs shaking, hard to breathe. I ain't gonna make the noise, well, because it was. So this was like around 12 something this morning at the hospital. 12 something this morning. Yeah, 12 something this morning at the hospital. And they said on that bad one, that seizure, we're gonna give them some Ativan. You don't know what Ativan is? It's like help to calm that person down. When they put Ativan in, and then they got me into the room. I just feel I went to sleep up in the room because I didn't know what was all going on. I remember the nurses say, "Zane, hey, are we gonna release you and all that?" So it had to be for like we was up there for like 2 or 3 hours or something. And got back home around by 4 something this morning. Now, after when I got to the hospital, I was a little off balance because of the Ativan, what they gave. And I'm kind of still a little, drowsy and off balance here too. So that's the seizure I had yesterday. But the different types I have experienced though, it's mostly look like just focal seizures. And I got tremors too. But I could tell the difference between a tremor and a seizure. A tremor is when, you just shake, how we like to shake our legs, shaking it, and you know that you're doing it, or sometimes you don't, but there's nothing happening to there's nothing messing with your electrical activity up there. When you have a seizure, everything changes. You start to get fuzzy, you start to get these headaches, you start to get these memory relapses, you start to get these blank stares, losing awareness and all that, man. I lost awareness last night when I came back to stiff, all that. And also when I fell, I hit my head on the hard ground while I was walking out the room last night. So that happened. I ain't heard of nothing though, but yeah, the different types of seizures out there, guys. You have focal seizures and you have generalized onset seizures. I'm explaining to you what the focal onset seizures are. There's 2 types of focal seizures. I'm gonna start off with the focal onset awareness seizures, something I think I kind of have, but focal onset awareness seizures, known as simple partial seizures, it affects one area of the brain. One area. It's not going nowhere. It's just one area. It's just rumming through. So it can affect your left side or your right side can go to shake. If it affects your right side, the left side go to shake. That's why I get right-headed headaches. That's it. But yeah, and if you were having a focal onset impaired awareness seizure, known as complex partial seizure, it's a little more complex because you lose awareness, or your consciousness might be, lost here and there, but you just lose awareness, and it still affects one part of the body. Sometimes you could be like making like little chewing movements, like, and be smacking your lips. And sometimes you could be running around, walking or running, and you have the seizures. Thank God I never had them type of seizures, but. And then, yeah, those are your really focal seizures. And I'm going to go with the generalized seizure. The generalized ones here. The generalized ones known as grandma. So I'm going to go with the generalized tonic-clonic. The generalized tonic-clonic, known as a grandma seizure. But, that's what y'all think of when y'all hear seizure anyway. It's the stiffening of the body and jerking of the limbs. Stiff jerk, rapid movement. That's what they say I had last night. But they was just back to back. They was just so back to back. You get tired of them. But yeah. So stiff and shake, stiff and shake, stiff and shake, stiff and shake. That's what clonic is. The tonic phase is the stiffening phase. The clonic phase is the fast rhythmic jerking. That's the fast rhythmic jerking. And then you also have something called a tonic seizure. Now, without no clonic, tonic without no clonic, tonic is you just stiff. You're frozen. You can't move. Nothing. Your muscles just tense up. You stiff. A clonic seizure is just with no stiffness, just shaking, rhythmic shaking. And then you have another seizure that's atonic seizure. Now, tonic and atonic is different. Tonic is stiffening. Atonic is when the muscles relax, and that's when people like slump forward or drop. Call them drop seizures. I don't have them. And you know, there's the absent seizures. Sometimes what I have, you know, the absent seizures. You know, I could be talking to y'all, and I just blank out. I just stop talking. It could be like something like this: "Hey y'all, this how you doing?" And then go back to doing what he was doing. That's what the absent seizures are. They call them like staring spells or something. They might think you daydreaming, but it ain't. It's a seizure. And yeah, those are pretty much really. Oh, the myoclonic. If y'all ever went to sleep, if you ever have went to sleep, you know, and you laying in bed, some of us get these hypnic jerks, a brief jerk of the body. Now that's the brain's way of doing something, but I don't know, right? Electrical activity hit the wrong thing, but just these hypnic jerks, that's normal. You're not having a seizure. But man, the types of seizures I have experienced it's like usually focal on one side, like usually on the left side. Oh, that headache is killing me. It's on one side, it's on the left side. I think they gave us some medication for it. I'm supposed to take it every day or something. But I'm gonna see what they said you're gonna see what my therapist, what else type she tried to give me, if she tried to give me some anti-epileptic drugs or something. Epileptic drugs. But yeah, man, focal is just, I always experience the focal aware seizures because I'm aware, but I can't speak. Sometimes my hearing go, you know, be a little muffled. That's the type of seizure I get. Now the generalized tonic-clonic ones, I don't even know if I get them or not. They just seen it in the ambulance, and they just seen it in the hospital. Something I don't know about, but what triggers mine is like usually like flashing lights. Like I told you, the flashing lights just came in my eye like on June 9th. It's like these red, orange, green light, cologne lights, but I haven't seen them about a few days. But when that ambulance light was flashing, it sent me into one. So, you know, you have the pre-ictal phase, which that's the aura, I'm gonna say, the beginning of the seizure. And if you don't know what an aura is, I'm gonna explain to you what an aura really is. It's like a seizure warning. It's a warning that you're about to have a seizure. It's your body telling you that something's gonna happen. And you know, aura. Everybody has different types of auras, but the most common auras you get is like the deja vu feeling, the jamais vu feeling. I hear and they get the deja vu feelings. Sometimes you get tingling and numbness on like one side of the body, like it could be up the legs or arms. Sometimes it can happen on both sides. And you know, what else aura is out there? A weird taste of smell, like a taste of bitterness, sourness. You know, a taste that what you never tasted before, and a taste what nobody ain't tasting right now. It could be a smell what you could be smelling, but ain't nobody else smelling, like burning rubber, smoke, fire, blood or something, man. That sometimes I get that blood smell just hit me, but it could be that blood smell or you know, it could be all kind of smell. It could smell sweet, like banana, like a banana. It can smell like oranges and apples. You know, it can have different smells, and that's how you know your seizures coming. Mine, I just get these brief headaches, and they come every day. I just get these real brief ones. It lasts for like 30 seconds up to a minute. They all up there. Sometimes they start from up there where the right side at, and they go all the way right there. Just feel like you just feel something just moving in there. But the seizure don't start immediately. It can start later on that night or something. And it also kind of like now is affecting my speech here. I realized that about months ago when I could be talking, and I could just, you know, everybody has a stutter, but I could just be stuttering real bad sometimes, or I could just repeat myself. You know, if I say repeat myself, you know, that's what I'm saying. So like, sometimes I repeat myself and all that. And usually after the seizures, I just get like dizzy and all that. So I know it's not psychological. The people know it ain't psychological. They gave some type of meds. I haven't took them yet. But we will see what that work, and then we'll go forward on from there. And then I'm gonna bring another video to you about, because I know a lot about these. Me personally, I haven't got diagnosed with epilepsy, but I'm gonna make like an epilepsy and stroke video. I'm gonna put some motivation stuff in there too. So man, yeah, this was just a little thing, my little story. I want to tell you about the different seizure types I have, and the different seizures that are out there. So man, like and subscribe if you like this one, man. I'm gonna put my favorite quote in it, man. That thing got me driving. The playing field is level. The choice is yours to make. You can either make a good decision or a bad decision. It can either have a positive impact or a negative impact on you and the people around you. That's all I have to say for y'all Xander Man listeners for today. Hope you had a great one, and I'll see you in the next go round. I'll bring another one to you.